Hi there, Jeremy O'Carroll, founder and director of the Reiki Centre here. I've made this video for anyone who has either stopped practicing Reiki or finds that they're practicing it sporadically. I know a lot of you may have done a course, started practicing Reiki, loved it and got so much out of it, but somehow along the way have just found that you don't quite find the time for practicing Reiki anymore. So what I'd like to do is talk to you about a few things you can do to really get your Reiki back into the flow again, get it back as good, if not better, than it ever was. Now, the first thing I'd like you to do, if you find that you really aren't practicing much, is just try to recall how good it felt during and after your course. Think of how it felt in your body, think of the energy you had, think of the sense of well-being you had, and use that as a motivation, as encouragement for getting back into your practice. Now, the thing is, some people have found, once they haven't practiced for a while, that they go back, and maybe you've tried this, you've gone back and you've put your hands on your body, and you haven't quite felt the connection as strongly as perhaps you once did. And this can be a little bit disheartening. Thing to remember though, is that you can never lose your Reiki. So once you've been attuned, you'll remain always connected. Now, what can happen is you can lose your sensitivity. So you might find that, yeah, sure, the Reiki you practiced on yourself doesn't feel as strong, or when you're working on other people, it doesn't seem as strong either. But rest assured that if you get back into a little bit of consistent practice, typically in just a few days to a week, your Reiki will get back to wherever it was previously. So you can't lose the connection. All you have to do is start practicing again and it will come back. Now, one of the main reasons why people stop practicing or find that they only practice every now and again is simply because they get busy. Now, most people have way more to do than they can actually find time to do. And so with Reiki, a trap can be that you're always looking for kind of like that perfect half hour, that perfect hour where the house will be quiet, where there won't be any interruptions, and then you can just settle down and do your practice. Thing is, for many people, especially parents, that isn't easy to find, that perfect half hour. So what you really have to do is be a little bit more pragmatic and say, look, maybe the perfect conditions won't arise, but what I can do is snatch a few minutes here, a few minutes there. Now this might just be a few minutes sitting on a tram. You're on a tram, you put your hands on your thighs, you intend for the Reiki to flow, and before you know it, the Reiki starts to flow. You might just be in a queue at the supermarket, just put your hands on your body somewhere. You can put your hands inside your coat pocket. No one can even see that you're doing Reiki, but you can be giving Reiki to your third chakra, for instance. Very easy. You know, to your liver, to your spleen, very easy to do that. Another thing you can do is give yourself Reiki when you even watch TV. Now, of course, doing these things, you won't be in the most meditative of states, but the Reiki energy will happily flow even when you're watching TV, seeing a film, listening to music. It doesn't really matter. And what you really need to do though is just get into the habit of letting Reiki flow through you, and before you know it, you'll find that the connection grows very strong and your body is going to love you for it. That's the thing. The energy will go in and you'll start to feel those feelings of well-being that you had during the course, that you had after the course. You'll feel that extra sense of balance. You'll feel more connected to yourself. You'll feel your intuition improving, your decision-making getting better, your clarity and direction improving. And then once you've built up that momentum, you'll probably find that somehow you managed to find the time to do some actual serious practice where you do get that half an hour all to yourself. Now, that maybe this just means getting up earlier or staying up later. But once you've got a taste for the Reiki again, once your body feels that well-being that comes from it, then you'll actually want to get up. It won't be a hassle to get up earlier because you'll actually want to do it. Now, if you want some more kind of structured practice ideas, well, one great way to really get back into the swing of things is to redo the 21-day post-level 1 e-course. Now, if you've still got that in your inbox, well, easy. You just go back to that and go through the days one at a time. If not, all you have to do is give me a call or write me an email and I can set it up again so that it starts and it sends you one email per day, and it's just as if you were doing it for the first time. So that's really easy to do. Another thing I recommend is really making use of the Om video and articles portal, because there's a lot of information in there. In particular, you might find it really handy to look at two videos. One is a summary of everything we did in level 1. It goes for about 20 minutes. You've even got a mind map you can print out, and that will just refresh you on everything we did and help you just recall kind of some of the finer details of what we learned. And now the other video, which is also about 20 minutes, is a practice plan post level 1. So you watch this and it will sort of guide you on how you can really develop your Reiki post level 1. Now, some other ways to really get back into the swing of things is to come along to a Reiki practice night. Now, the last one I held before shooting this video, we actually had 38 people come along. So can you imagine that? 38 people in one room, all doing Reiki, a lot of them Reiki masters. There's a lot of energy there. So at the end of the night, everyone not only learnt new skills, because I teach new meditations and techniques and Reiki techniques, but they all also felt supercharged and really inspired to go on with their practice, and they had the chance to meet a lot of like-minded people, people who were involved in Reiki, and you get to share ideas, swap inspirations and things like that. So that's a fabulous idea if you want to really reconnect. Now, another thing you can do is simply just give me a call. Sometimes just a simple chat can really ease any issues you've been having, or I can just answer any questions you've got. Sometimes you can get stuck on a simple little point, something which seems big to you, but actually when you ask me, I've probably seen it hundreds of times before, and I can give you a really simple fix to whatever it is that's troubling you. So phone, even though I know most people like to just do emails these days, phone can be really simple, okay? Sometimes it's the most direct way to get an answer to your question. So don't be shy about just giving me a call whenever you need to. Okay, another fairly obvious way that you can improve your Reiki or get back into the swing of things is to consider doing level 2. Now, level 2 is going to give you a massive energetic boost, not just because we've got 3 attunements. Now, as you remember from level 1, the attunements really help align and connect you to the Reiki energy. Now, these 3 attunements are all going to be connected to different Reiki symbols which you'll learn in level 2. You've got a power symbol, you've got a symbol working on emotions and the mind, and you've got a distance symbol which helps you do distance Reiki. So each attunement is going to connect you to a certain form of energy in particular, which is going to give your Reiki a big boost, as well as just clearing out the meridians, those energy channels in your body, enabling you to better connect to energy. Other things we do, of course, in level 2 is we learn quite a few new meditations that help strengthen your connection to the heart, and meditations that help you just to get out of the way so that you can become an empty channel and that Reiki energy can just flow freely through you. So what you're going to find at the end of level 2 then is you've been given a whole new set of tools and techniques to really develop your Reiki, and you've had a couple of days immersed in Reiki energy, something which is totally going to connect you very strongly once more. Now, whatever you decide to do, really the key thing is simply to remember how it felt after learning Reiki the first time, because once you do that, once you recall how good it felt inside your body, then you're going to be motivated to start practicing again. And once you get back practicing, well, even just for a few days, you'll find the Reiki starts to flow, everything picks up, your body starts to absolutely love you for the practice you're doing. And once that happens, typically you're going to want to just continue to practice, and who knows where that will take you, but it's a very simple thing to just get back into the flow, get all those benefits from Reiki which you once had. So as I say, if you've got any questions, do give me a call or write. I'd love to help you out, and I hope to see you somewhere either at a practice night or perhaps level 2. Thank you.